third, Gemma on and in fourth place, Tom McEwen, JL Dublin in second, currently on 22.4. In third place, Jalapeno with Gemma Stephens on 24.7, their third. Well, 2023 Badminton Championships, Rosalind Cantor, Lordship Grappa in fourth on 25.3, and top 10 all filled with British.
With the action here on Cross Country Day, to ensure you've called to the organiser's office or each of those kiosks as well. Also, if you wish to purchase
as well as conditioning and fees for Spectre.
But you only get slimed. You get seated.
Right.
Well, she did. She hated it. No, she told me she hated it. She told me they lived up a mile-long drive, and she was lonely. And because the house is open to the public, really lonely. And because the house is open to the public, they never
Time up there. This fourth fence, set at right angles to their direction of travel. The risk is now built in. So will Kirsty take it at an angle at the same time, or jump it squarely and then we'll go around? This will be one of the early indicators. Kirsty's based in Salisbury, hoping for another completion on classic. It's a good strong start for them. Competed at this level internationally at Lexington and as well as Pro.
Big pop over the Haywain and galloping away now, moving on to the Countryside Alliance parallel at 5.
Kirsty Chabert just on a little turn, and they run now along the avenue towards Badminton House.
Well, Oliver Townend gets in deep to the brush in the lake, but all good. They clear the final element and pick up the pace again away from the Mars Lake at 10. Short gallop now will bring them up towards the court pile at 11.
Chabert again takes the quick route this time at the Project Pony brush buckets, goes inside the gazebo, wastes no time at all there, and they're on to the edge of the lake for the Shatter Milet fence at 24. This is a big owl hole, wet their feet and jump through that meeting. Chabert and classic over. Your double engagement here, defensible, and enters the arena. As they jump to the Mars in the final fence, 32 off. Pathfinder is safely home. No jumping out. A brilliant start to the fence. Viscount picture going away now from the Project Pony brush buckets to the edge of the lake to find that Chatham Islet, that owl hole there. Do you have to get their feet wet in? As I Viscount Victor Tim Price to complete. And they do so with just 19.6 time balance, 20 jumping. They score 72.8.
Over the second of the Project Pony brush buckets in front of Badminton House. Joseph Murphy and Belline Fighting Spirit will head back to the top of the lake for the Chatham Islet at 24. As our latest starter heads towards fence 3. It is local rider Tom Rowland on course with Joe Hanman's 13-year-old. Wow, judged to perfection for Gemma, just 1 second inside the time. As with Ollie for Townend, Gemma double-handed in the top 10. That will give her so much confidence, with Jalapeno still to come later in the day.
Well, next away for New Zealand, Janelle Price. Riding the Grape Syndicate's 14-year-old Grappa Nera. Janelle indeed is away with the 14-year-old Grappa Nera. The keeper's table. Makes the climb up onto the ground. It's a tricky approach to the Tortworth Court brush fence at 3. Uneven ground there. Brush set on a mound. No such problem. They're clear.
Moving away from the city of Trinity or Sunken Road, Aces Patascus and Commander VG. Now make that climb across the footbridge and up the hill to the Mars Equestrian Sustainability Bay.
It's quite fun to go across the bridge. It's so much fun. I think maybe there's a ditch there.
There's a rider from China, Chan, just making a turn to the saddle staircase. The third visit to Badminton, British-based Chinese Olympic rider Alex, completed in 2016. Last year Chico lane. Taking around this course was fourth in the event at this level at Poke.
Well, this is Witkowskis and Commander VG through the KVAS chasm with the unwelcome assistance of a loose dog. So another reminder to please ensure your dog that is with you is under control, kept on a lead. But as the Witkowskis put that behind them, they move to the line 3 tables next to 16.
Chico safely over the backside line. Right.
Oh, that one. Stay on. Go on, stay on. Good, good ball. Good ball.
Pausing before fence 14.
So they don't have to go over the bridge? No, he was supposed to go over the bridge. Did you not see it? No, I mean... No, I saw that. But they have to go over the bridge.
Back on track. Behind over there.
He might get some time for Yeah, you can tell that. No, it actually was really helpful that the thing was there because Right, come on, the crowd's coming now.
13.
If you feel like
Start
shit,
by both
then
off Grappa
it's a
Stoltz
nice
and they're able to
get
talk
out
West Court Fight.
Obviously, if it's not
Breaking the south staircase at 4.
So taking over the first change here in the commentary box, and I pick up Tommy Bird for Australia at the Mars Sustainability Day, the second of the water complexes on this great Mars Badminton Horse Trials this weekend, right at the very far end of the course. Sammy through that, no problem at all with Findus PFC for Australia. Taking a very steady line now down to the
taking the alternate route. A big railside cross at 13. Close with Sustainability Bay. You must take both the left and right hand edges. It's a really clever fence last seen at the Paris Olympics. Brought here by our course designer. That's the medal of our riders, and certainly making them think. Churchill takes the right hand of those
I thought red had been on the right. Yeah, that's what.
over the Stride Scots rails at 13 as well. Start of a very intense part of this cross-country course, right in the back end of the course there. Well worth a visit.
Churchill and on the mark, pushing on the backside of the brush bucket for the Tony fence, number 23. Comes inside the gazebo. They turn that at 24.
Bobby Ancola beautifully through that Mars Sustainability Bay at the far end of the course. Next to the water complex on this course, riding really, really well, that Mars Sustainability Bay so far. Well through that, Bobby travelling really nicely with Cola. Top 10 finish at Burley last year and here as well last year. Very much a
sunken road. strides. Cops rail at 30 is still clear at the halfway point.
Very Winter designer here must be very pleased with the way things are going so far. Harry Meade and Gemma Stevens already showing us that this time is achievable. Very fast going here at the cross-country course at Mars Badminton Horse Trials.
They were good though, they didn't come to
Consequence sustainability play the right-hand edge. It's easier, better, and more comfortable approach to that edge in the middle there. Reach up over that, and now up the first block. Clear to be a little close to the log at.
Well, number 25 for the United States of America. This is Gianna Kudry. Gianna rides Kankara's girl. She part of the 2012 US Olympic team. Based herself over here after that. And Gianna heads out over the big frangible, the Bloomfields horse boxes keeper's table at fence 2.
Heading off towards the KBIS Chasm at 15.
Gianna Kudry at the Savills staircase underneath the bales there, down the 2 steps. 2 very neat strides and over the big maximum table at the bottom of the hill there. Just on 2 strides from the bottom step. Nicely done for Gianna and Kankara's girl. The 15-year-old mare heads off down one of those avenues, a long run to the next combination for that pair.
David Joel goes clear off the line of the table at 16.
Big jump over that. Very imposing, very impressive looking fence.
New driver on course, so this turn for Belgium, this is Google Van Altingen and Sony FDR-AX100E. Long-term standing partners make their badminton debut today, and they've tested the 2022 World and 2020 European. So they're now underway and head off towards the Savills staircase at fence 4. So problems down there for David Doll at the fence 26. At the one fence close has been a rider fall, and it looks like everything is okay. Rider is up, walking away, horse is up. So they will be checked out.
Oh my God, really?
Tu vois que le dernier, toi.
Incline towards the far end of the course where there is a little pond, and this is called the Mars Equestrian Sustainability Phase, fence 14. Leaving the starboard now for New Zealand, we welcome onto the course Dan Jocelyn. Dan Jocelyn, he rides Panda Christie's 16-year-old big girl in Blackthorn Cruise. Through your program, you might be mistaken for saying that he rode the 2024 Olympics. Not, it's the 2004 Olympics. So on the New Zealand team, Dan back in this game, the very highest level after quite a few years away. And he goes down now over the Bluefield road boxes and keeper's table at fence 2.
We wait for the next one?
Make their way home, heading off towards the...
He's going all the way round.
Actually off to Rocher-Smith at fence 27. So problems there for Carney Roddy, and it seems that he has become unseated down at platform 4, we believe. So we're just checking what's happening down at the travel staircase.
Well done, Jocelyn and Blackthorn cruise very nicely through the Mars Sustainability Bay at 14. Now, KBIS Chasm 15. Well through that, Blackthorn Cruise really travelling, eating up this Mars Badminton 5-star track.
So the Hollywood goes down to
very strong pass here around here at Mars Badminton.
It's nice time with the 34.9 now, getting off towards the varsity table 60. Come down to this Holland Cooper corner, 17 and 18. They can take the longer course or go direct just to the right of the Kingfisher, which they do, which will save them a bit of time. So they now run along the flat path of Vicarage Field, heading off towards the Lemure Eyelashes.
A run out there for Tom Crisp and Dasset Rockstar, unfortunately at the Argery corners, the second corner.
Watercress Quarry at 10:28.
Through the KBIS Chasm at 15, a three-part combination for Tom Crisp and Dasset Rockstar. And now the Lime Tree tables at 16, so going really nicely, Tom Crisp, as he heads towards the massive Holland and Cooper corner at 17 and 18.
Meanwhile, we see Sabu Kidijima down at the water. 9 and 10 goes through the skinny out the far side. And the other skinny looks like it was very nicely taking a direct route. Now they turn right-handed, heading back on themselves in front of all these hospitality boxes before turning off left-handed towards the Vicarage Field.
Really reaching for the third element there at Lemure Eyelashes, Tom Crisp and Dasset Rockstar. It's out there on 2. It's around the corner now to the Pedigree Kennel at 20.
Black Ice and Jerome Robinet nicely clear of the dual double gate at 29 and 30. They've just got the 2 jumping efforts to go before they get home. And we can hear them now coming into the collecting ring before they go left-handed towards the Lime Tree table to 16.
Lara de Liedekerke-Meier and Huni Darbiel very efficiently over the Countryside Alliance parallel at 5, taking the angled line there as she heads to the Argery corners at 6 and 7. Setting up off that right-hand turn there, just hugging the string, pretty tight the string there on approach to the Argery corners. Forcing the line. And well through there on 4 strides, Huni Darbiel and Lara de Liedekerke-Meier for Belgium. They go now towards the Mars Lake at 9 and 10.
Meanwhile, Sabu Kidijima has gone the direct route over the Holland Cooper corner at 17 and 18. As I said, there is the alternative, is separately numbered, and they are now over the Lemure Eyelashes at 19. They now start to turn their weary way towards home and towards the lake for the second time.
Lara de Liedekerke-Meier over the AP and the C element there of the Mars turn. Down the hill now they go to the KBIS Chasm at 15.
Meanwhile, we see Joe Meyer making through the travel staircase at 10-4, heading up the hill towards the Countryside Alliance parallel at 5. And we'll soon see, and we've just seen Sabu Kidijima go through the Hunting Slope at 26, on their way now towards the Grappa bound at 27.
A lovely big flyer over the Holland corner for Lara de Liedekerke-Meier and Uni Darville. Another one taking direct route there over 17 and 18. Now the turn to the Lemure Island at 19. Another three-part combination. Over the first, second, and on two strides out over the third element. Very, very direct there for Lara de Liedekerke-Meier. Going right into the top 10 in the world as she heads off around that right-hand turn to the pedigree kennel at 20.
Saramonic nicely clear on the front now at 27 as they now make their way into the quarry. Take that skinny to the bottom of the quarry out the far side and the third skinny on the far side as well. On the way now heading towards home to the dual double gate at 29 and 30. Just the four jumping efforts to go for Sabu Katajima, and then they'll be...
That's Lara de Liedekerke-Meier and Uni Darville.
Chhabert and Harbin Joe safely through the KBIS chasm at 15, making their way down towards the lively total at 16, right in the heart of the field, and they'll now be making their way towards the Holland Cooper corner, 17 and 18.
Through the quarry there for world number 10, Lara de Liedekerke-Meier and Uni Darville. Still got plenty in the tank as she heads down the hill to the double of upright dual gate at 29 and 30.
Meanwhile, Harbin and Joe Meyer safely clear of the Beaufort Hunt at 19 rather. The turns right-handed to this side hill. That is confirmed. That's very bad luck there for Joe Meyer and Harbin. Badly eliminated. At the chapter pilot at 24. That's the Harveywetdog corner, coming to the Harveywetdog corner at 6 and 7. This is towards the Beaufort. We're going to start the overhang. Just take the flag down. Second part of it. But we'll get it all to the Japanese better judges confirmed with Jack Daniel and Jack Mantel. But it looks like it's okay. They're going to head off towards the well-known waterfall. The water for the very first time. It's always the most popular part of the course. As you rise in front of all this hospitality box is heading towards the Mars Lake at 9 and 10. Moving through the water, skinny on the middle of the water, out the far side, and that looks pretty nicely done as he now turns right-handed, heading back on himself.
Okay. For the second of those Aztec Rushmans at 27. Serious question. Quarry at 28.
Next away will be Great British
Extra encouragement for Zaragoza from Gaspar Laxoon. Helps them clear the second of the Jules double of gates at 30. So just two
last season into the first for his 30-year-old Ballaghmor breaker boy. Direction and huge jump over Hollywood corner. 3-metre ditch as they make the approach to the eyelash brushes. Ground line brought out there with a log to help the horses pick up that fence. Otherwise,
making that turn to the Mars Lake Amphitheatre. Germany's Arne Bergendahl and Julian NRW as they move on to the lime tree table at 16. Tom McEwen and JL Dublin over that giant 3-metre Holland Cooper ditch corner at 18. Now turning right-handed to the Lemieux eyelashes. Take the right-hand flag with them on the second of those brushes. And they'll move on up towards the pedigree kennel now at 20. 7 minutes into their brushes.
Reading absolutely put perfect through the artery of Dublin corners there. Now turns to the fence alongside the lake. And a lovely big jump over that. Takes Yasmin Ingham to the Mars Lake.
Tom McEwen and JL Dublin.
Make the way to the charity of the year, which is the Guide Dogs Fence. That comes at 16. This combination over the halfway point takes on the left-hand table and makes their way down to the Vicarage ditch for that very large Holland Cooper corner.
Well, as we see, Tom McEwen and JL Dublin make their way towards the Horse Quest quarry. Lizzie Boff and Be Exclusive come down the Savile staircase and are making their approach to the Ardgrea corners. Ardgrea, the Swedish-owned leading horse insurer, going to have them partnering with the Mars Badminton Horse Trials, of course, title sponsors for the European Eventing Championships, which takes place on home soil this September at Blenheim Palace. Many of our riders here today will have their sights on an even position at the European Championships. Lizzie Boss as the exclusive over at that big table, the pedigree kennel at 20.
Did you think that was good?
No, it's not true.
Wait, 50 or 50?
Back up towards the
Right, Mum, it's got cross.
Just two fences from home at this stage. Great Britain's Emily King and Balmy Meade will be heading towards the pheasant log at this stage.
Pick up the news on Brazilian Rafael Lozano.
No, I didn't before.
Whittington. Through the Equestrian Huntsman's Place and running on nice and first man. Combination still clear. Of 34. Just 14 years old.
Aerated. Sorry.
You're done. One
As they go from the corner to the Lemure eyelashes, really put perfect through both of those. And so now closing with the Mason Equestrian Sunken Road, that maximum drop on the entry point there. Which they had a good look at. And most surprisingly,
Well, would you look at the clock for Austin O'Connor and Colorado Blues? They are home across the finish line, some 7 seconds inside the optimum time. Moves them right up to second place at the moment. Two-phase score of 30.8 for Ireland's Austin O'Connor and Colorado Blues.
Got him. All that training after fall out.
Coming towards the end of the course now, Atomos and Viktor.
Very close to the second element at Maidstone Equestrian. Sunken Road up on the uphill rising ground there. Dakar FRH snaps its front end out of the way, throws Christoph into the front of the tack, but he escapes with no trouble at all and heads off to the Wiltshire Brewers Brush at 22.
So Ireland Inc. herself with master points coming into the main arena now. to jump the Mars end fence at 32 and complete in a time of 11:49, just 9 seconds over the optimum time. That's 3.6 times. Great round of jumping from Master Point.
Way through the Oak Avenue back towards the lake for the second time as she makes her way towards this Brewer's Brush at 22, another let-up fence, and then onto the Project Pony, the combination AB at 23, the brush buckets.
Susie Berry and Clever Trick through the Mars Lake. She went a very long way around there. The first I've seen do that here today. Clever Trick, the 13-year-old Irish four-horse mare, taking the longer route. So she now swings left-handed, goes down the long avenue to the Guide Dogs Court Pile at 11, on their way to the Ineos Grenadier Sunken Road at 12.
So sitting in the start gate is our next competitor. This is for Great Britain. This is Kate Rocher-Smith on this bay gelding called Dasset Select. This is a badminton debut and seeks a first 5-star completion after one previous start and retirement at Toe. So they are
Well, and there he goes, inside the time to the top of the leaderboard.
Now.
well. She won it 2 years ago, and she's certainly in contention now. And a lovely clear round there inside the time.
Susie Berry comes back over the Wiltshire Brewer's Brush at 22, lining up the Project Pony brush buckets now at 23 first. And very smoothly through that line for Susie Berry.
11 seconds under, that's
up towards the head of the lake, or the top of the lake here, to the Chatham Islet at 24.
On this long avenue ride towards the Wiltshire Brewer's Brush at 22. New starter about to get underway, and this is for the United States of America. This is Grace Taylor on this horse called Game Changer. They went well on their debut here for 18. Grace had a couple of falls in the autumn on Blair. So they are now just about to get underway. Jumped clear round at Burley a couple of years ago and 16th overnight before withdrawing. So they are now just underway at the Keeper stable at the second set.
Meanwhile, Libby Steed, Heartbreaker, Star Quality, having a great run, beautifully through the
Can we stay here for one more?
Heartbreaker, Star Quality, nicely off the Badminton Equestrian, Sunken Road drop there, and over to the Element. Here we go to the Wiltshire Brewer's Brush. We don't see that, they'll be at the Project Pony brush buckets here at 23 shortly.
That's it, Select. There's Kate Rocher-Smith is safely through the last combination on course, which is 2028, the Horse Quest Quarry. So they've just got the full jumping effort to go before they complete this Mars Badminton cross country course.
Off the turn towards the house goes Libby Steed, Heartbreaker.
Game changer, Grace Taylor, clear of the Federer Kennel at 20, and dropping now down to the Sunken Road at 21. She's out the far side safely, so she now heads off along this wonderful Oakline Avenue, heading back towards the lake, and then on towards home.
Libby Steed having a great run out there with Heartbreaker, Star Quality. They're now over the two upright gates towards the end of the course, 29 and 30. Just 2 fences left to go for her, and she now clears the pheasant log at 31. Libby Steed for Great Britain with Heartbreaker, Star Quality coming into the main arena now towards the Mars fence, final fence, over the last and across the finishing line. stops the clock some 40 seconds over the time. She'll still take forward a score of 52.7 for show jumping tomorrow.
Well, we can see game changer Grace Taylor going nicely through the Pony Brush buckets at Project Pony Brush at 23, turning now towards the lake for the last time. They just go through the very corner of the lake and through the Chatham Island at 24 before turning right-handed off towards Huntsman's Close at 26.
Georgie Goss with Balloon having a great run so far, and turns to that very big open corner, the Hollow Cooper corner at 17 and 18.
It's actually quite early in the courses.
As they now head off towards home, just the 4 jumping efforts to go for Gemma and Linneville as they head off towards the double of gates. That's the 29 They now come down towards the Holland Cooper corner. This is numbers 17 and 18. A few have gone the longer course. So it looks like Tom Bird has gone the direct course. That'll save him a bit of time as he makes his way along the flat bit in Vickersfield, heading off towards the Lemure eyelashes at 19.
Elevate and Carpe Diem, the Delta number, Silent Sesto, base rider, clear of the Ardrey corners at 6 and 7.
Tom Bird counting hot gossip over safely the Lemure eyelashes at 19. And he makes his way now towards the
That's 11, one to the clean, hits the last fence and a big pat on the neck, a lovely jump over the last, the Mars there. He did pick up 20 penalties, jumping penalties earlier on in the round. He's got 30 time penalties, 20 jumping penalties, and he goes towards the show jumping with a score of 88.1.
Tom Bird carrying hot gossip safely through the Oyster Equestrian sunken road at 21. As they now make their way along the Oak Avenue, heading towards the brush buckets at 23. Before that, of course, is the Ruin Brush at 22, and then they make their way towards the lake. So we can see Tom Bird now approach the World Welfare Waterfall at 8.
Elevate and Carpe Diem, cat-like through that KBIS chasm, really bounding through that very, very strongly. Over the line.
Going through the water, through that skinny on the far side. Remember what we can do that. Right hand back on himself. heading off towards the Vicar's Field.
Elevate Carpe Diem and the Lemure Islanders, 19. And gets it on 2 strides, a real fiery stride coming out of that complex there for Carpe Diem off to the pedigree kennel at 20.
Tom Bird and Ballaghmor meanwhile are through the horse quarrying as they now make their way towards the double of gate at 29 and 30. So these two fences are close together, that's 29-30, and they go clear. Slight hesitation, a bit of it, but nicely through eventually. So they're now heading off towards the lake for the second time as they approach the Rocher-Smith brush at 22.
Alan Bates and Carpe Diem in the quarry now. 4 strides uphill, 2 strides out over that brush. He looks like
Made away to the far end of the course as we see Deerpairc Revelry coming into the main arena under the awning to the Mars M at fence 32 and Max Warburton with Deerpairc Revelry. They complete the course in a time of 12 minutes and 51 seconds. Sadly, there was a refusal and a frangible pin did go, so that's 31 penalties, 28.4 time penalties. That's a total of 92.1. Puts Max and Deerpairc Revelry into the 39th place. Well, I'm sure that the pass syndicate, Tim and Georgie Pass, will be delighted by that. They would, of course, much prefer a clear round, but it is quite young, and there's plenty to go for Deerpairc Revelry.
well, RAB approaches the speed and clears out.
Towards the lake for the last time. As they approach 10:24, the captain line, and then they'll be turning right hand, heading off towards home.
Okay, McGee and Lara will make their way across the bridge.
I'm not, there's lots of people clapping.
It's all about last clap. Give me like the last clap
And then it's like hand on.
One more clap.
Look at that. No, that's not from that one. Okay, man. Okay, we going on again?
30 takes that very nicely. And just 2 more to go before they are safely back home.
Well, behind them, Katie McGee and Lara. The Project Pony brush buckets in front of Badminton House. Indeed they are. And they've cleared those 2 fences and moving back to the top end of the lake for that beautifully presented Channel Rock Island at 24.
Can we do it? Scotland, Lara.
Rose, proud vehicle provider to the Mars Badminton Horse Trials, offering you all the opportunity to put their vehicles to the test at their 4x4 Grenadier driving experience. You can sign up on their stand by the scoreboard.
Okay, Finger Boy nicely doing the Canine gallop on with the Rapid on the left hand side. One of the most important in the back, British Army A-Rack. 25. So, long gallop.
That looks like a sweet that one.
Isn't that amazing that they just
With a magic. Unless her
Yeah.
So please, in interest of fairness to our riders, please ensure that dogs are on a lead and under control.
really nice to see. NJ Singer Boy in the hill comes in the time. 12 minutes, 12.0 time limit. No coming down to 52.9 there in the first quarter.
Well, new starter for Ireland, Patrick Whelan in the win by Coonland. In the ridge by Patrick, and they bring forward a Viscount score of 34.4. They're over the first two. The one on now just got went brush at 3 that Spencer before the first combination. Savile staircase, which comes on pretty fast.
Very much with Sandbank Cooley. Over the stride, Chabert at 13. They're the latest to make that time. Of course, the furthest point on the court.
Very accurate through all three elements of 15.
At the Equi Dry, Huntsman close, Ireland, Sam Watson with the first timer at 5-star level, Ballyhmor, two corners, and moving on to the Antec Brush Mount. We're well into our final hour of cross-country action, and it is still Gemma Stevens for Great Britain with Chilli at the top of the leaderboard on 29.5. Austin O'Connor not far behind.
Alexander Bird jumping that big. Policy in the corner in some style. They make it turn that big. Eyelash brushes at 19 and leave that behind against that box.
20.8 time penalty to they move forward to the final place of Holland on 1.3.
Neil and getting up the swerve road out there, Premier safely between the flags. Perfect so far, they must push on to the brush match. not too scary. Put in a nice jump there on the way out in the front. Get a reassuring pat from Laura. It's all about education. This one is yours.
There goes Fiona Cashel and Freeva Silver the Hard. They make their way down towards the Jules upright gates. There's double gates there at 29 and 30. Final combination on this track.
Imagine.
He has been assessed, Chilli Roseland and Oliver Townend has been assessed to have picked up 15 penalties for a missed flag up in Huntsman's Close. So that is reviewable, as we suggested before. Now down, going great though at the moment, over the first of the Jules gates at 29. Now off the left turn, Chilli Roseland. Here's Britt, jumps the second to escape beautifully, and off towards the last couple of fences. Oliver rubbing away, getting the most out of Chilli Roseland. They come towards the last couple of fences. Your overnight leader comes to the penultimate now. Lovely jump over the pheasant lodge as they come off and turn that at the second road. Up and over the rails, as the big element there. And off the turn they go now to see Gemma at the stride top rails at the best turn.
Camaro, David Murphy is clear of the key elements at the rough bucket at 23. Now turn slightly left-handed towards the corner of the lake as they approach now the Chatham Island at 24. As they now begin to wind their weary way back towards home. So Camaro, David Murphy comes to the Chatham Island.
Local rider Harry Meade has already been inside the time once today with his first course. Chabert Crystal travelling very well. Huntsman's Close there at the far end of the course. Just 2 strides in that water there, going through the big owl hole as he approaches now. The Huntsman's Close. Is he going to go straighter or is he going to take the longer route? Looks like he's just setting up Chabert Crystal for the straighter option there. Lovely jump over the first one. And the second one, Harry Meade and Chabert. Towards the complex into the lake for the final time, up and over the Chatham Island at 24. She'll be making her way up underneath the trees to the back British farming hayrack at 25. The galloping Kiwi heading towards the end of the course now.
Galloping Kiwi.
Up towards Huntsman's Close, that's 26.
Lord Koenig and Samantha did have a